Game show. Derek Hansen with you. Joe Heinen back at the 7 for the Fan studios. This is 7 for the Fan, KNFL Fargo. You're also listening in the upper part of the state and the northwest part of the state on 410 KRWB in Roseau. And also on the, maybe you're doing it visually, on the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Thanks so much for being with us. And Jeff Nibby is helping us out with that. Barnesville, they will, the number 2 seed right now in 8AA, they have won the toss, and they chose, instead of deferring, they chose to receive. They want the ball first. So interesting move there by Coach Strand. Maybe he doesn't want his team to match up against a very dangerous Jordan Borovich, and we'll see how this all plays out here. As Borovich is going to kick it off, he kind of does a little bit of everything for the Roseau Rams. Back deep, Jake Strand will be back there. The Roseau Rams wearing white jerseys, green numerals with green helmets and black-green pants. Barnesville Trojans, the home team, wearing their purple helmets with purple jerseys with white lettering and black pants with purple stripes down the side. As Cam Halverson, one of the up men, along with Jake Strand and Major Ness. Major Ness having a huge game last week in the dominating 50-7 win over the Warriors.
Number 26, Jordan Borovich.
And Borovich is going to be, he's got it teed up. Barnesville going from east to west. And they boom in a little squib kick. It's going to end up right in the hands of Jake Strand at the 20, gets up to the 30, squeezed around, breaks a few tackles. He's up to the 40, and he drops the ball, and he totally loses it, and Borovich might have it. It just totally fell out of Jake Strand's hands, and it is a turnover, so it really backfires for the Trojans taking the kickoff, and they turn it over on the first possession. So momentum swinging right away with the Rams. Jordan Borovich kicking it off, and Jake Strand just lost the ball. It is a drizzly night here in Barnesville, something to keep in mind. And he just lost the ball. It just totally fell out of his hands. Wasn't stripped or anything. So first down and 10 for the Rams. 11:52 left here in the first quarter, just 8 seconds into the game. So you want a little momentum to kick things off for Roseau. They certainly got it on the opening kickoff. It stopped raining. The sun came out, and now it's starting to drizzle again, so watch that. Jude Witterock is the split to the far side. Handoff goes to Borovich, and he bounces it outside, and he has some room. He's going to pick up some nice yardage, but we're going to have a holding call, it looks like. I think Matthew Jarr came in. It might be on the tackle on this side. We'll see what they call here. But it looked like a pretty nice game. Now rain is really starting to come down. So it's going to be a holding. I'll mark it
Holding on the Rams.
back, so it'll probably be a first down and 21 coming up. So a rainy Tuesday night here. And a tough break for the Trojans with a fumble to kick things off. So this will move it back into Ram territory. This will be a 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Quarterback, as we mentioned, it's a freshman quarterback. The starter, Levi Dunham, got dinged up. So Braden Crank is the starting quarterback for the Rams. Eli Queen is the split out to the far side. And Crank under center. Puts a man in motion. And he's going to toss out to Borovich this side. And he's going to be brought down by Amundsen. Not much there. Eli Amundsen coming in from his linebacker position. Pick up about 3 yards maybe on the play, maybe 2. So bring a second down and about a long 19.
Pick up of a yard. Second 19 for the Rams.
So 11:22 now here is penalty. Moving things up after the Rams got that turnover on the opening kickoff that Barnesville did receive. Second down and 19 for the Rams at the 46.5, it looks like. Crank looking back in his backfield, giving instructions for the Rams. And now we're going to have a delay of game, so that'll back the Rams up even further. And it looked like the freshman there, he just was kind of confused. He's looking back in his backfield, trying to get some direction of things. So Brandon Crank going to be the one that's called with the penalty on that. That's going to bring up a second down, long 24. Moves it back to the own 42-yard line. So Rams have it, second down and 24 at their own 42. No score, just a minute and change in here with a penalty-filled and turnover-filled start to this playoff game. Crank takes the snap. He's going to be out to pass. The lefty slings it down, and it's overshot his intended receiver there. And
Pass is intended.
I don't have a 21. And he doesn't have a 21 on the roster, so we're looking for that now. So a minute 10. The clock stops at the 10:50 mark.
For the Rams, number 21, Hayden Card is incomplete.
So Hayden Card was the intended receiver there.
From the Roso 42-yard line.
So third down to 24 for the Rams at their own 42. Crank eye formation, back to pass again. Southpaw, he's being run down by Parker Strum, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And that'll bring the punt team on. Good defense there for the Trojans. Parker Strum chasing him down. Connor Clemene also chasing him down on the other end from his outside linebacker position. So clock stops at 10:41 left here in the first quarter. It brings up a fourth down and 24. So back deep. Jake Strand, Major Ness, the senior captain, patting him on the butt there, saying, hey, let's get going here. Don't worry about the last fumble. And Kaysen Houdel is going to be back to punt for the Rams. He boots it away. Strand has it at the 15, gets up to the 20, gets up to the 30, and he runs out of bounds, does Jake Strand. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Strand, who is going to be the quarterback and probably relieve that no points churned out of that after the turnover on the opening kickoffs. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 34-yard line. No score, 10:31 left here in the first quarter. We'll keep you updated on scores throughout the section and beyond. Keep you up to date. And 1st and 10, Strand under center, hands it. No, he keeps it himself. He's got it at his hip, and he fools everyone. He's got a first down. He's going to be brought down after an 11-yard carry up to the 46-yard line. So that moves the chains, stopping the clock momentarily at 10:22 left here in the first quarter. So the first full possession for the Trojans. They did take the opening kickoff. They won the toss, took the opening kickoff, and then fumbled it on the kickoff. But the Rams went 3 and out after a holding call. Stymied that drive. Jake Strand has Major Ness, Connor Clemene, and Cam Halverson back there. Clemene gets his first carry in a while. He gets across midfield. He's running to the sideline, gets across to the 35, down to the 30-yard line of Roseau. So Connor Clemene, who hasn't played much at all, played a little defense last week, got injured in the Perham game mid-season. A nice carry there by Clemene. So a 24-yard pickup there as he goes out of bounds. 10:04 left here in the first quarter. The Trojans have it again, 1st and 10 at the Ram 30-yard line. So power T formation. Amundsen the end to this side. Parker Strum to the far side. Handoff up the middle. Cam Halverson, he breaks free. He's open the middle to the 20. Down to the 10. Can he get to the corner of the end zone? Touchdown! Cam Halverson. A 30-yard touchdown run for Cam Halverson. And the Barnesville Trojans are on the scoreboard first. 6-0 over Roseau. Just that simple fullback trap dive that you have in this power T offense. Cam Halverson, who was not able to play last week against Oro, got dinged up in the DGF game, strikes first. The senior captain strikes first for the Trojans here in this playoff game. 2-point conversion coming up. Again, same backfield. Jake Strand overlooking the defense. Hands it off up the middle, Major Ness, and he walks into the end zone. Major Ness, the 2-point conversion. And with 9:51 left here in the first quarter, our score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's the Barnesville Trojans 8, the Roseau Rams nothing. You're listening to high school playoff football. Derek Hansen with you. Joe Heinen back at the Fan Studios. 7 for the Fan in Fargo. Also 410 KRWB in Roseau on the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Jeff Nibby helping us out with that. Cam Halverson, a 30-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion good. And with 9:51 left here in the first quarter, it is Barnesville 8, Roseau nothing as the kickoff goes and goes to one of the up men for the Rams. And he's going to have a nice run back all the way to the 46-yard line. Elias Cox brings him down. But nice run back there by Muirhead. Baron Muirhead with a nice carry there. And he was pretty dangerous in the first matchup. Even though they weren't able to get in the end zone all that much. Muirhead, Borovich, they were pretty dangerous in getting a lot of yards, but it was a lot of it between the 20s. And the Rams could not take advantage. And that was the difference in the first matchup of the regular season up in Roseau. And that 52-19 victory for Barnesville. So, second drive coming up here for the Rams. As Crank, the quarterback, under center, puts Muirhead in motion. Handoff, Borovich up the middle. He has some room and breaks free before he's brought down. Nice stop there, having a huge gain. Tate Pana back from injury. You heard in the pregame show with Brian Strand. He's able to get the tackle there. About a 4-yard pickup there for Borovich. Gets close to midfield at the 49-yard line. So 2nd down and 6 coming up for Roseau. Clock's rolling. 9:20 left here in the first quarter. 8-0 Trojans leading. 2 split to each side for the Rams. I formation. Muirhead the fullback. Borovich the tailback. And Crank is going to hand it off. Borovich is going to try to squeeze outside, and he bounces out, and then he's finally brought down by Elias Cox. A little double-leg takedown there by Elias Cox. Borovich was able to knock off the first contact, but then it was bounced back outside. A loss of a yard on the play, so that's going to bring him a 3rd down and 7 now for the Rams at the 48-yard line, just before midfield. So nice sound tackling for the Trojans. And I may have worked on that. They weren't able to do much tackling drills. They'd been a little dinged up after that DGF game, but yard after contact was a huge factor in the game against DGF, the second to last game of the season. Is now handoff, go up the middle, and it's going to be awfully close to a 1st down, but not going to get it. So Borovich is going to be stopped. So 4th down coming up now after about a 4-yard pickup. So it's a 1st down. They'll call a long 3. 4th down and long 3 here for the Rams. And they're at the Trojan 48-yard line. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Barnesville leading 8-0 on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. Eli Queen split out to the near side. Crank, the quarterback, freshman quarterback. Southpaw takes the snap, hands off. Borovich up the middle. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to bounce it outside. Gets the 1st down. He runs out of bounds in Trojan territory about the 42-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 43. So that's a 1st down for the Rams, stopping the clock. 7:38 left here in the first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Rams from the Trojan 40.
So nice drive, nice pickup, so they didn't have to punt the ball back. Or no turnover and downs. That 4th yard carry by the very dangerous Jordan Borovich. Queen again split out to near side. Handoff again, Borovich. He breaks the tackle, and he gets a few yards on that. Maybe picks up about 5 yards. Borovich, a tough runner. Again, there was, I just maybe jinxed the Trojans a little bit. It was yards after contact there. Was able to pick up a few yards. He's a tough guy to bring down. So 2nd down and 5 now coming up for Roseau at the 38-yard line. 7:11 left here in the first quarter. Barnesville leading 8-0. 2nd down and 5 coming up. And now we got a T formation for the Rams. Handoff, Crank gives it up the middle, and it's going to go to that Muirhead. I can't see who that was, actually. Looked like it was Jude Whitrock. So Whitrock is the carry on that. Picks up maybe a yard on the play. So 3rd down and 4 now coming up for Roseau in Trojan territory at the 37-yard line. 6:31 left here in the first quarter. Barnesville, first full drive of the game. They get a touchdown by Cam Halverson from 30 yards out. 2-point conversion was good. 3rd and 4th, and they're able to get him to jump. No flag. Borovich bounces it outside, and he's going to have a first down and gets to the sideline. So gets out about the 29-yard line. They'll mark him right out at the Trojan 30. So it's a Ram first down. Jordan Borovich, so dangerous. 6:09 left here in the first quarter. The clock stops as Borovich went out of bounds. Barnesville leading 8-0, trying to keep Roseau out of the end zone. This is very reminiscent of the first game where they were able to drive. Can they cash in? Unlike the first time they met up game 1 of this regular season. Pitch out, Borovich trying to get it, bounce out, and then he's brought down. Nice tackle there. Dunham coming up and able to stop him. Braden Dunham, nice stop there, showing his speed. So pick up about 3 on that play. It could have been much more. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Rams. They'll mark him down at the 27-yard line of Barnesville. Clock rolling, 5:42 left here in the first quarter. Barnesville leading 8-0. Rams trying to get on the scoreboard. The freshman quarterback, Braden Crank, under center. Borovich behind him. It's going to be a pass. He's looking out. He has a man wide open, and it's going to be hauled in, a first down. Nice job there. I think that was Queen on the outside. Eli Queen all alone getting behind the defender, so it's going to be a first down and goal now for the Rams at the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Rams. Queen got behind the defense, sitting all alone. So a nice easy pitch and catch there for Braden Crank. Now Queen split out to the near side. Borovich with Muirhead ahead of him in I formation. Rams moving quickly. First and goal from the 9. Handoff, and now it's a fumble, and what happened? It looks like the Trojans might have jumped on it. Oh, disaster for the Rams. They were in the red zone, and looked like it was a little miscommunication on who should grab the ball, and Crank did not get it to Borovich. So huge break there for the Trojans. Did not see who jumped on it in a purple jersey, but nonetheless, the Trojans get it on a turnover. Again, this is almost like the first meeting between these two teams. The Rams got all the way down into the red zone, and then they fumbled at the last game in the first game of the season, going all the way back to August 28th. So Trojans have it at their own 9-yard line, and now a pass play coming up, and just overshooting the intended receiver there, Eli Amundsen, trying to catch him in sudden change. So Eli Amundsen, incomplete pass. That's going to stop the clock at 5:13 left here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Trojans. I'll say they're at the 6-yard line. Power T formation, Halverson, Clemene, and Ness behind Strand. Strand takes it, Keeps it himself, and he has a lot of room ahead of him. He's across the 20, up to the 30, breaks across to the 40, at midfield, gets to the Ram 40. It breaks free. He could go all the way. Jacob Strand, touchdown.
Trojan touchdown.
A 90-yard touchdown for Jake Strand. And that makes the score 14-0 Barnesville.
Touchdown run.
Unbelievable run. Fake give up the middle to Cam Halverson. Clemene does a little do-si-do in this little shell game that is the Power T offense. Jake Strand keeps that at his hip, gets to the outside, no containment, and he goes 90 yards for a touchdown. 2-point conversion coming up. Strand, handoff again up to Major Ness. He's going to plunge through, and he gets in. Major Ness, second 2-point conversion of the game. With 4:51 left here in the first quarter, our score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's Barnesville 16, Roseau nothing. You're listening to Minnesota High School Playoff. Derek Hansen with you here at Barnesville High School on AM 740 The Fan, 107.3 FM, KNFL, 740thefan.com, the 740 The Fan mobile app. Also on 1410 KRWB in Roseau and the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It is Barnesville 16, Roseau nothing. Jake Strand with they'll officially call it an 89-yard touchdown run now. Point after attempt good again by Major Ness. 16-0, Trojans lead. And just a tough turnover for Roseau. They were down at the 6-yard line, and they fumbled it right at the 6. And the Trojans answered quickly. Jake Strand's going to boot it away for the Trojans. Ends up in the hands there of the Atmen, and now it's fumbled around and picking up and getting some yardage, making something out of nothing is Jude Whitrock. So Whitrock was able to make something out of nothing there. Gets it up to the 29-yard line. 4:43 left here in the first quarter, 16-0 Trojans. So nice drive stymied by a fumble. The Rams, and they have to answer on this one. There's no question about that. They want this to get out of hand in a hurry. As young freshman quarterback Braden Crank bringing out his team. Making some changes here. About ready to go. Matthew Danielson coming on. To be the left tackle. Queen split out to the near side. Vasco, the wide receiver, the outside. Crank, he's going to be back to pass, and he is going to be almost sacked, and he gets it out to Brabich, and then he's brought down. Cam Halverson, the state wrestler, he is able to do a little double leg take there into Jordan Brabich. And it's a 3-yard loss, maybe a 2-yard loss, they'll call that, on that little screen play. Parker Strum really messed up the timing of that at his end position. Big 6'3" frame getting his arms up, and Crank was trying to look over him. So 2nd down and 12 coming up for Roseau. Coming up on the 4-minute mark left here in the first quarter, trailing 16-0 to Barnesville. 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Rams at their own 26. He's back to pass again, looking for an open man, and it's just a little bit flat. Muirhead was the intended receiver on that. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 now for the Rams. So ball is at the 27-yard line of Roseau. Rams certainly don't want to punt this away here. At least make it 4th down and manageable if they can't get the 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 12 coming up the Roseau at their own 27. Crank. Handoff. Delay give. Barabich trying to bounce it outside. And he has nowhere to go. And then he bounces and then gets some room. And then he makes something out of nothing there. Gets it out of bounds. It's going to be a 4th down and long. A pick of about 5 yards. It's going to be a 4th down. Well, they'll say it's about 3-yard gain. So 4th down and 9 coming up. And that'll bring on the punt team. Jake Strand back deep to receive.
From their 30-yard line.
Dangerous thing here. We'll see if they try to maybe do a fake. Something they got to keep in mind here. Roseau really nothing to lose at this point as Huddle is back to receive the punt. And we're going to have a timeout for Barnesville. So let's take a West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center timeout with them. Again, West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center. It's the little things that make the difference. 3:46 left here in the first quarter on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It's Barnesville 16, Roseau nothing. You're listening to Minnesota High School Playoff Football. Derek Hansen with you, Barnesville High School, the 8AA first-round playoffs. Roseau punting it away from their own 30-yard line, and it's booted. Awaiting it, and it bounces around. It's going to go and roll out of bounds. So the Trojans will have it, leading 16-0. They'll be at their own, mark it at about the 38-yard line. So Trojans first and 10, 38-yard line. Leading 16-0. I'll try to cash in on this drive. Again, only 3:38. It's still early in this game in the first quarter. Derek Hansen with you. Joe Heinen back at the 740 The Fan studios. I want to welcome our friends from 410 KRWB in Roseau. Jeff Nibby helping us out here with the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel on this cool, windy, drizzly evening. As Strand takes it, hands it off up the middle, bouncing outside is Ness. Ness able to get after initial contact, bouncing outside, picks up about 6 or 7 yards. We'll see where they mark it here. And they'll put him at the 46-yard line. So they'll give him 7 on that. 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Trojans, again at their own 46. Clock rolling, 3:14 left here. I would say clock stopped. No, they did say he did not get out of bounds. So it's rolling. 3:06 now left here in the first quarter. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. Trojans leading 16-0. Handoff, give up the middle. Breaking free is Cam Halverson. Gets across to the 30. Stiffs arms a few players. Brought down finally at the 25-yard line. Baravich able to bring him down to make sure he doesn't get in the end zone. Jordan Baravich saving a touchdown there. But a first down for the Trojans right at the 25-yard line. A 29-yard carry there by the senior captain, Cam Halverson. Chains get set. Clock rolls again here. 2:48 left here in the first quarter. 16-0 Trojans leading. Try to add to it. Strand under center. Takes the handoff to Major Ness, and he just grinds his way up to the 21-yard line. A pick of about 4. Brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Tackle on the play by the Rams, number 18, Baron Murhead. And number 74, Matthew Danielson.
Nice stop there by Matthew Danielson.
Pick up a 4 yards, brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Trojans at the Roseau 21-yard line. 2:09 left here in the first quarter. 16-0. And the Rams need a stop. Trojans hand it up the middle. And Halverson has it. Breaks free. Gets to the 10. Down the 5 and drags Roseau defenders all the way down to the 3-yard line. They'll bring up a 1st and goal for the Trojans at the 3. Fullback trap play, kind of the bread and butter of this power T offense for the Trojans. And so let's say it's at the 3. First and goal, Trojans. 1:51 left here, trying to add to their 16-0 lead. Amundsen, Parker Strum, two ends, handoff, up the middle, goes up and up the middle, trying to see who that is. And Connor Clemene, touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run for the senior captain, Connor Clemene. And that makes the score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. 22-0, point after attempt coming up.
Touchdown run, number 10, Connor Clemene.
And that was that total shell game of this Power T. Actually had me confused on it. If you couldn't tell by the call, I didn't know who had the ball right away as they kind of shift everywhere. So 2-point conversion coming up here after the 3-yard touchdown run by Connor Clemene. Back to pass to Strand, looking for a tight end, and he has him. And I think that's Parker Strum. Parker Strum with a 2-point conversion. And with 1:36 left here in the first quarter on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's the Barnesville Trojans 24, the Roseau Rams nothing. You are listening to high school playoff football. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Three-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion good from Strand to Parker Strum. And on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's 24-0. Trojans leading. Barnesville over Roseau with 1:36 left here in the first quarter. Jake Strand's going to boot it away. Squib kick. Bounces around, and it's going to be down there as the up man was trying to grab it as it was skipping around. And a nice job trying to hang on to it by Hank Broughton. Hank Broughton able to get on top of it. So be 1st and 10 for the Rams, down by 3 touchdowns. And at the 29-yard line.
From their 29-yard line.
So the Rams, certainly they can't afford to give the ball back to the Trojans here. Trojans have scored on all 3 of their possessions. The only miscue was the opening kickoff was fumbled, and the Rams got it back right away. So the Rams will pretty much start with possession to start both halves after that fumble. But the Trojans, not the worst for wear after that, taking advantage. Handoff goes to Bravich. He's breaking free, running hard. He's going to get close to the first down. Going to be a little bit short. Bravich, nice carry. He is such a talented tailback for Roseau. Eli Amundsen able to make the stop. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. A long 2. They'll mark the ball at the Roseau 37-yard line. And they need to get to the 39 to move the chains. Derek Hansen with you. Joe Heinen back at the 740 The Fan Studios. Jeff Nibby helping us out here with the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Again, I want to welcome our friends, 410 KRWB in Roseau. You're listening to playoff football here on 740 The Fan in Fargo. Handoff, Bravich. He's able to break free, gets the first down, and he stumbles. Actually, it's Muirhead. Muirhead is the nice pickup.
Roseau carry by number 26, Jordan Bravich. Tackle on the play with number 34.
Eli Amundsen was able to get the stop there. So 1st down and 10. A nice carry there by Muirhead. Kind of spelling Bravich on that. At the 46-yard line of Roseau. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Barnesville leading 24-0. Roseau trying to get a drive going. And looks like we had a false start, not called. And breaking free and getting all the way into Trojan territory on a quick dive play. Nice play there by the Rams, getting all the way down to the 29-yard line of Barnesville. And Braden Dunham able to save a touchdown there. 2 nice runs in a row for Baron Muirhead. And so he was able to get all the way down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Roseau, trailing by 3 scores. And will they get it off before the end of the first quarter? They will. Hand off again. As Muirhead, nowhere to go this time. Maybe picks up a yard on the play, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as 1 quarter of play is in the books. Our score on the Peterson Farm Seeds scoreboard, it's Barnesville 24, Roso nothing. Roso is driving. Second quarter of play coming up. You're listening to high school playoff football. We'll be back in 1. With you here at Barnesville High School and 1410 KRWB in Roseau, AM 740 The Fan, KNFL in Fargo, 107.3 FM, 740thefan.com, 740 The Fan mobile app, and also the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Barnesville leading on the Peterson Farm Seeds scoreboard, 24-0. Roseau driving, though, to start the second quarter. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Handoff goes to Bravich. He's breaking tackles, getting up, surging his way. It'll be a nice 2nd down carry. Pick up about 5. And they'll mark him at the 23-yard line. They need to get to about the 19 for the first down. So a 2nd down, or 3rd down and a long 4 coming up. 3rd down and long 4 at the Trojan 23. They need to get to the 19. Crank, the quarterback, the freshman quarterback, the southpaw, takes a snap. Handoff up the middle, breaking free. And nice job there by Muirhead getting close to the first down. He's going to be just a hair short. So nice job there. And 4th down and 1 coming up. The Rams are at the Barnesville 20. They need to get to the 19. Barnesville leading 24-0. We're a minute into the second quarter. This could be a big momentum swing here if the Trojans can get a stop. Obviously, the Rams got to keep this drive going. 2 men in the backfield behind Crank. Handoff goes up the middle, Bravich, and it's going to be awfully close. I think he gets the first down, and he does. He gets to the 18, so needed 1, got 2. First down for the Rams. Nice methodical drive by Mike McCard's big Rams up front. So 1st down and 10 for Roseau at the Barnesville 18. Trojan defense trying to hang tough here. Muirhead and Bravich behind Crank, the freshman quarterback. Queen split out to the far side. Handoff again, Muir up the middle. And he has some room. He's breaking free, and he gets into the end zone. An 18-yard touchdown run for Muirhead, and the Roseau Rams are on the board. 24-6. Point after attempt coming up. Just a nice run there. Baron Muirhead doing a nice job for the Roseau Rams. Now the Rams keep themselves into it. 2-point conversion coming up.
Roseau touchdown.
So nice job by Muirhead.
Baron Muirhead, 18 yards.
So 18-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion coming up. Muirhead and Bravich behind Crank. Queen split out to the far side. You got Woodrock to the near side, hand off, and bouncing outside is Brabich. Can he get outside? Parker Strum, he gets by him, and he's in. So 10:21 left here in the first quarter on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It's Barnesville 24, Roseau 8. You're listening to high school playoff football. We'll be back in 30 seconds. On a nice drive for the Roseau Rams. 18-yard touchdown run for Baron Muirhead. Point after attempt good by Jordan Brabich. And we have a ball game, folks. 10:21 left here in the first half. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard 24-8. And the Rams will boot it away. Derek Hansen with you at Barnesville Public Schools, the athletic complex. Joe Heinen back at the 740 The Fan Studios. Jeff Nibby helping us out here with the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Again, also on the airways of 1410 in Roseau. As Toby Bryan's going to boot it away, back deep. Again, Jake Strand and Major Ness for the Trojans. And they boot it, and it's going to go to Strand. Strand's going to try to get it at the 21. Gets by a few tacklers, and he's going to get up to the 40. He has room, and he's very close to taking all the way to the house. And he's going to get all the way down, breaking tackles, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Kickoff return touchdown for Jake Strand. I don't see any flags, and what an answer there by the Trojans.
Jacob Strand.
A 78-yard kickoff return by Jacob Strand. That makes the score 30-8 in favor of Barnesville. Wow, amazing. $10:06 left here in the second quarter. And that's got to be deflating for the Roseau Rams. Getting a nice methodical drive, getting into it for a score. And Trojans answer on the ensuing kickoff. 2-point conversion coming up. Strand overlooking the defense. Handoff. No, he's going to keep it himself. No, they do give it, and it's going to be in for the 2-point conversion. Major Ness's third 2-point conversion of the game. And that makes the score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard with 10:06 left here in the first half. Barnesville 32, Roseau 8. This is high school playoff football. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Barnesville High School. Derek Hansen with you. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It is 32-8 after a nice kickoff return of 79 yards by Jacob Strand. After the Roseau Rams just scored, got a 2-point conversion. The Trojans answer on the ensuing kickoff. And a huge kickoff return, second touchdown of the night for Jacob Strand. This time on special teams, and recovering nicely after the opening kickoff. He took it back and fumbled it, just literally with the rain, just dropped it. And talking about making up for it, now he's going to kick it off. So 32-8, Trojans lead. They're going to boot it away. And a nice deep kick. Going to end up in the hands And be up to number 3 there, Heath Bauer. Bauer gets it all the way up to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 from Roseau at their own 25. Again, we do have to thank our sponsors here on The Fan: Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Barnesville Grocery, Dean's Bulk Service, DRI, Valley City State University, Satellite Solutions, Linux, Olson Pools and Spas, Muscatel Ford, CI Sport, Acme Equipment, West Funeral Home, and Peterson Farm Seeds. Mention our Peterson Farm Seeds keys to the game: don't turn the ball over, and Roseau, a costly one as they're in the red zone down at the 6-yard line. And the Trojans answer with another long touchdown run, and handoff goes up the middle. And that was to Muirhead. Muirhead with the nice carry there of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up for Roseau at the 27.5-yard line. Just tuning in, 9:38 left here in the first half. Barnesville 32-8. Roseau getting a few things done, able to get some nice sustaining drives on the ground, but fumble and then a kickoff return really making the difference here. As the freshman quarterback under center, Braden Crank, handoff to Barabich. Not much there, maybe falls ahead for a yard. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6 coming up at the 29-yard line. They need to get right at the 35. So big 3rd down play coming up here for Roseau. They need to get this. They certainly do not want to give the ball back. And even though they're deep in their own territory, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it 4th and manageable if they have to go for it, because they do not want to give the ball back to this high-powered Trojan offense. Roseau has yet to stop the Trojan offense. They've had 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and 1 special teams touchdown. Crank back to pass, and he's going to have his man, and a nice catch. It's going to be awfully close to the 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. He needed to get to the 35, and they say he's got the 1st down. So he needed 6 yards, and he got it. Nice catch there by Jude Woodrock. So heavily defended. Elias Cox and Major Ness were there just a hair late, but good job of defense. That was not didn't give up a big play anyway. Moves the chains off for Roseau, and they get up to their own 35-yard line. Clock rolling now as they set the chains. 8:15 left here in the 2nd quarter. Barnesville leading 32-8. I formation now. Muirhead with Barabich, and they're going to hand it off up the middle. It's Muirhead again. And Muirhead able to pick about 3 yards in the play. And Muirhead's doing a nice job of spelling Barabich. He's had some nice carries, including an 18-yard touchdown run. The only score of the game for Roseau tonight. So 2nd down and 6 coming up for Roseau. They're at their own 39, and they need to get right at the 45. And the thing with Roseau, they just got to keep on churning, but they have yet to get many explosive plays, and they are down by 3 scores, 32-8. Crank with a full backfield. Handoff. Barabich breaks a few tackles, almost to the open field, and then finally Major Ness is able to wrestle him down. And he's going to get very close to the 1st down. They will move the chains, so he needed 6. He got 6. They'll mark it right at the 45. So Roseau has it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. 7:12 left here in the first half. On the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, Barnesville leading 32-8. Cam Halverson got the scoring going early on their first drive, 30-yard touchdown run. Jake Strand has 2 scores. Crank, full backfield again. Now Muirhead goes in motion. Handoff is going to go to Barabich. He's able to plunge forward. The strong running back. Yard after contact maybe picks up a yard in the play. So a 2nd down and 9 coming up. Gets to the 46-yard line. Well, they give him 2 there. So we'll make it 2nd down and 8. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock rolling here. 6:29 left here in the first quarter. Roseau does have the ball to start the second half. So a score here certainly would be big to just keep it within 2 scores before they get to halftime and then possibly score to start the second half. Delay give, going the wrong way, and on the nice reverse play there from the slot back position was Whitrock. And Matthew Jarr able to stop that from being a bigger gain, but a pick of about 4 brings up a 3rd down and 5. Ball marked right at midfield. So 3rd down and 5 for the Rams right at midfield. 32-8 Trojans lead. Roso trying to answer. This is a big drive here. Roso trying to stay in it here with a score before halftime. We will have the Acme Equipment halftime show coming up. And it looks like we're going to take a minute timeout. It's a West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center timeout. It's the little things that make the difference, as Rosa wants to talk about it. 5:35 left here in the first half on the Peterson Farm Seeds scoreboard. Barnesville 32, Roseau 8. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Minnesota High School playoff football. Welcome back. Barnesville High School, Derek Hansen with you. 5:35 left, 3rd down and 5 for Roseau, trailing 32-8. Muirhead goes in motion, pitch out, Brabich. She has some space, gets the 1st down in Trojan territory, and a nice pickup about 7 yards. I'll call it 8 yards, driven out of bounds. I'll say he's out at the 42-yard line of Barnesville, so nice 8-yard pickup there for Jordan Borovich. Moves the chains. Stops the clock at 5:28 as he was driven out of bounds. Peterson Farm Seeds scoreboard 32-8. Barnesville with the lead. Roseau driving again. One drive stymied because of a fumble at his 6-yard line. As Queen is split out to the far side. Full house backfield again. Muirhead goes in motion. Pitch out, and now it's another fumble, and it's bounced around, and it goes right in the hands of Borovich. The defender for the Trojans, I didn't see who it was, had it for a moment, and then it bounced right back to old number 26. So a huge break there for the Rams. Missed opportunity by the Trojans, but a loss of 2, so a 2nd down on 12 now, moving the ball to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 12 for Roseau at the Trojan 44. 32-8, Barnesville leading. 4:36 left here in the second quarter. Crank, he has a fake give. The southpaw has a man open, but it's a little bit overshot. Intended receiver there, Eli Queen. So 3rd down and 12 coming up, no doubt. 4-down territory for Mike Picard, the first-year coach for the Rams. Clock stops, 4:27 left here in the first half. Now watch here. Will Connor Clemene come in and blitz? Parker Strum, the defensive end who's been hassling quarterbacks all season long, will he be able to get in there to hassle the freshman quarterback? We'll see what Michael and head coach Brian Strand come up here defensively. Queen is split out to the far side, and Whitrock is to the near side. Muirhead goes in motion. Toss up. Borovich is able to bounce it outside. He has some rooms deeper into Trojan territory, driven out of bounds. Dunham able to knock him out, but not for after a pickup of almost 10 yards. It's going to bring up a 4th down and manageable for the Rams, getting all the way down to the 34-yard line. So 4th down and 2 coming up for the Rams. They need to get to the 32. And it's sitting right at the 34. 4:20 left as Brabich went out of bounds, and that's where the clock stops. Second half of play, Roseau trailing Barnesville 32-8, trying to answer here. Handoff, delay give, and it's going to be awfully close. I don't think he got it. And a delay give there, I think that was to Whitrock, and he went nowhere. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Trojans will have it at their own 35-yard line. A little surprised they didn't keep on giving it to Brabich, or maybe Muirhead, who have been having big yardage all night long. But a huge way to bow up there for the Barnesville Trojans defense. And still a lot of time for this high-powered offense for the Trojans. 4:13 left. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. Barnesville leading 32-8. Trojans have it. 1st and 10 at their own 35. Handoff. No, it's going to be a keeper by Strand. And are we going to have a hold on the near side? And no, he runs down and Strand runs out of bounds. Thought Cam Halverson might be tagged for a flag, but he wasn't. He was able to pummel Eli Queen there. I think Queen is talking to the ref to the near side. I think Cam Halverson might have just gotten his hand around a little bit. But nonetheless, Strand, he stepped out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Otherwise, it was going to be another long touchdown run for Jacob Strand. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. The Ram 49. Strand overlooking the defense with Halverson, Ness, and Clemene behind him. Handoff this time to Ness. He breaks across. He gets the first down, and just a burst of speed there for Major Ness. Pick up about 12 yards on the play. First down carry. That stops the clock at 3:53 to move the chains. Eli Queen probably saving a touchdown there. And so first down now for the Trojans at the 37-yard line. Amundsen the end of the far side, Strum to the near side. Again, power T formation. And now we got an offsides on the Rams. I didn't see that at all, but referee to the near side saying that someone, once the Trojans were set, someone was leaning into the neutral zone, so it's going to bring up a 1st down and 5 now for the Trojans.
That'll make it 1st and 5 for the Trojans.
So they'll mark the ball at about the 32-yard line of Roseau. Things have kind of become disastrous here now for the Rams. 3:38, clock stops here in the first half, second quarter of play. 32-8, Trojans leading. Strand looking over the offense. Handoff, give up to Halverson. Halverson breaking tackles, and he's free. Touchdown, Cam Halverson. Just like that. A 32-yard touchdown run to match his 30-yard touchdown run earlier. And our score now with 3:28 left here in the first half. It's 38-8 Trojans. It's that fullback trap play, just kind of delayed, and Cam Halverson waiting for his blockers ahead of him, broke a tackle, and he's so strong, so fast. If you don't tackle him on the first shot, he's going to take it to the house, and that's exactly what happened. 32-yard touchdown run for Cam Halverson. 2-point conversion coming up, and there's going to do the old Major Ness. He wasn't touched. He walked in the end zone. His 4th 2-point conversion of the game. Our score with 3:28 left here in the first half. On the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's Barnesville 40, Roseau 8. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to high school playoff football. Welcome back. Derek Hansen with you. Cam Halverson, 32-yard touchdown run. And Barnesville, the point after attempt, good. Our Peterson Farm Seed scored 40-8 as the kickoff goes and ends up to Queen. Now a reverse, and it's going to be brought out, and Whitrock is going to be driven down at the 25-yard line. So Whitrock with the return, and Braden Dunham coming in and making the tackle there. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard 40-8 after that Halverson touchdown run, his second of the day. Again, you are listening to high school football here on AM 740 The Fan, KNFL Fargo, also 1410 KRWB in Roseau. The 740 The Fan mobile app, 740thefan.com, 107.3 FM. And also the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Thanks so much for being with us here on this Tuesday evening. Still feels like I messed up my whole week because now I think it's Friday because there's high school football. But it's only Tuesday. His handoff goes up to Muirhead, and Muirhead able to pick up a couple yards on the first down carry. Gets up to about the 27-yard line. Muirhead running hard tonight for the Rams. Cody Mostu with the stop there for the Trojans. Eli Amundsen coming in. They'll give him 3 on the play, so they'll say he's up to the 28-yard line of Roseau. Clock's rolling, 2:50 left here in the first half. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's 40-8 Barnesville. Crank, he's going to be back to pass. So the southpaw looking for open man, and he's just going to throw it in the flat. And Parker Strum crushes him, and I think he might have hurt him. There's no flag in the play, but we do have an injured player on the field as the freshman quarterback is looking like he's the worst for wear of that deal. So we'll take a West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center timeout. A 1-minute timeout, again, on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It is the Barnesville Trojans 40, the Roseau Rams 8. West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center, it's the little things that make the difference. 48 Barnesville leading. We'll be back with 2:32 left here in the first half. You're listening to high school playoff football. Backup quarterback, and being swarmed on the third down play is the backup quarterback, Merrick Allman, for the Roseau Rams. He was sacked on that 3rd down and 7 after the starting quarterback, Brandon Frank, had to go out. He looks like he is okay. He went off on his own power and was able to shake off that shoulder injury. But a sack, a loss of about 4 yards in the play. It's going to bring them a 4th down and 10 now from Roseau at their own 25-yard line. Derek Hansen with you. 2:24 left here in the first half. The punt is away, and it's not a great one. And it's going to be Jake Strand. I thought he was going to go grab the ball. Queen grabs it. And he said, no, he didn't touch it. So it's going to be 1st down and 10. So good field position again for the Trojans. 2:12 left here in the first half. Second quarter of play on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. Barnesville leading 40-8 over Roseau. I think we have a flag on the far side. What are we looking at here? Officials talking about it. Ryan Strand wondering what's going on. Again, Joe Heinen back at the 740 The Fan Studios in Fargo. Jeff Nibby helping us out here with the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Again, we want to welcome our Roseau fans from 1410 KRWB in Roseau. Thanks for being with us tonight. Coming up, the Acme Equipment halftime show. We'll go through some of the playoff scores around the region here, not only in 8AA, but 8 AAA, 6 AA. And we'll also have the first half scoring for you coming up. And it looks like we have a sideline warning. Is that what we got going on here? Is that I think that's what it might be, is a sideline warning. And now we have the head official talking, I think, to the, not sure who is, Michael Strand, I think, one of the assistant coaches. Brian Strand's to the near side, standing at the, so. But that's usually what that is a sideline warning is what that is. Yeah. So it's a warning, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Trojans coming up at the Ram 49-yard line. 2:12 left here in the first half. First and 10 for the Trojans, trying to add to their 40-8 lead. Jake Strand under center. He puts Clemene in motion. He's going to hand it off to Halverson. Halverson breaks free. He's got a stiff arm to the 40, and he's finally brought down, but not before he picks up 11 yards on the carry. And that'll move the chains. Getting deep into Ram territory at the 38-yard line. Clock stops to move the chains at 2:04 left here in the second quarter. So Trojans playing pretty well here the last couple of weeks. Last week against Warroad and this week against Roseau. Roseau showed some toughness on offense, just can't complete their drives outside of one for their only score. Keeper here by Strand. He follows his blockers, and he's going to pop it to the outside. Now cuts back in. Now pops it back out to the outside. Gets down to the 20. And we got a big carry there, and they'll mark him out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:35 left here in the first half. They'll mark him out at the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Trojans at the Roseau Ram 20. So nice 18-yard pickup there for Jake Strand. Handoff up the middle to Major Ness, and he just takes it to himself. This time, Major Ness does get the ball. He has some open room, cuts back inside, and then picks up about 5 yards in the play, gets to the 15. So a 5-yard pickup there for Major Ness. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. Or first half, I should say. First half. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, 40-8. Trojans trying to add to their lead. Handoff this time to Clemene. Clemene breaks a few tackles, and that'll stop the clock to move the chains as he's got a pickup of about 10 yards. Connor Clemene, 10-yard pickup. First and goal for the Trojans at the Roseau 5-yard line.
That's a Trojan.
So Trojans got plenty of time here. 51 seconds left here in the first half. Trying to go up by 40 here if they can get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. Strand takes the snap. Handoff. No, keep it himself. And all walking in the end zone is Jake Strand. Third touchdown of the night. Jake Strand, fake give to Connor Clemene. Up the middle, faked me out. And certainly faked out the Roseau defense. And he literally walked into the left side of the end zone. And that makes it 46-8 Trojans. That was a thing of beauty, a fake of beauty there by Jake Strand. 2-point conversion coming up after the 5-yard touchdown run by Jake Strand. Again, his third touchdown of the night. The sophomore quarterback having a night. Kickoff return. A 79-yard kickoff return. A 90-yard touchdown run from scrimmage. Now they're going to kick it. So they're going to go for a kick. Strand's going to boot it up, and it is. It's good. Jake Strand gets the touchdown, gets the kick for the point-after attempt. And our score, with 33 seconds left here in the first half, it's the Barnesville Trojans 47, the Roseau Rams 8. You're listening to high school football. We'll be back in 1 minute. Bryson Christopherson is going to kick it off after Jake Strand gets a 5-yard touchdown run and a short kick here by Christopherson. And its return, number 16 there is Keen Johnson, the sophomore. So decent field position. Roso will get the ball to start the second half. I'll see if Mike Burkhardt, the head coach of the Rams, just wants to go in and take a knee and talk about it at halftime. Again, our Acme Equipment halftime show will be coming up here shortly. So 29 seconds left here in the first half. On the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, Barnesville leading 47-8. Roseau's had some nice drives, but they cannot stop the Trojan offense. And also gave up a special team score with Queen split out to the near side here. I formation. And Deshaun Johnson is the tailback. Crank back to pass, back in the game. And he's going to be brought down. And a nice stop there. Coming in and getting the loss in the play. Jack Martin coming back from injury. Nice tackle for him. Maybe a pick up a half yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. And with 8 seconds left, I think that'll probably end the first half of play. So that'll wrap it up as we head to halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break coming up here after one half of play on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It's the Barnesville Trojans 47, the Roseau Rams 8. Our Acme Equipment halftime show coming up. You're listening to high school playoff football right here on 740 The Fan, also KRWB in Roseau and the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel.
This fall, Barnesville High School presents The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The musical tells the story of deformed bell ringer Quasimodo. Locked away in the bell tower, Quasimodo longs for the outside world. The musical features a powerful score and addresses themes of love, hope, compassion, and the price of justice. Don't miss The Hunchback of Notre Dame, performing this November in the Barnesville Performing Arts Center.
Thanks so much for being with us. Minnesota 8AA first-round playoff action. Joe Heinen back at the 740 The Fan Studios. And also Jeff Nibby helping us out here with the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Do want to remind people that the Barnesville Public Schools Performing Arts Center, just this new gem if you haven't been there. They're going to be doing a presentation, and Jeff Nibby helps out with that along with his wife Alyssa. Hunchback of Notre Dame coming up on November 13th. The 14th, 15th, and then a Sunday afternoon, a matinee on the 16th. Looking forward to that. And if you haven't seen this, I invite all the people listening up and down the Red River Valley. Again, I know we have listeners at 1410 KRWB in Roseau. Hey, you want to head down to Fargo, do some Christmas shopping, head on out and check it out. You can check out the great performance as we start the third quarter of play, and it's 47-8 on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. Barnes with the lead, and kickoff goes, and a nice return there. Darren Muirhead, he is not giving up. He has run hard tonight for the Rams. He is an impressive young man. Muirhead is only a sophomore, 5'9", 176-pound sophomore. And Barabich only a junior, so, I mean, they do have some pretty good tailbacks coming back next year for the Roseau Rams with the first-year coach, Mike Picard, going to build this program here. Has a lot of work to do. 11:52 left here in the third quarter. 47-8. Barnesville with the lead. Again, winner faces Pelican Rapids. If Roseau has a miraculous comeback here, it will be in Pelican Rapids. Barnesville holds on. It'll be right here Saturday afternoon. As Crank hands it off, Muirhead running hard. Cam Halverson, Eli Amundsen coming up. And nice job there of coming up. Pana with a stop as well. It's good to see Tate Pana back in the lineup for the Trojans. The 5'11", 175-pound sophomore. Been out with a foot injury for much of this season. So a 4-yard carry there by Muirhead gets it up to the Rams' own 45-yard line. 11:18 left here in the third quarter as this young Roseau team just trying to get a nice methodical drive going. As Barabich, tailback, pitch out to him to the far side, breaks free, bounces out to the outside. Is brought down, maybe picks up a yard and a half. Nice job there by Brandon coming up, making the stop. So Adam Brandon containing from his cornerback from the secondary. Bring up a third down in about 5 yards. Ball marked at the Roseau 46-yard line. Need to get into Trojan territory at the 49 to get this first down. So big third down and 5. Opening drive of the second half for the Roseau Rams, trailing Barnesville 47-8. Handoff, delay, give, end around, and it's going to go absolutely nowhere. Sniffing that out was again Pana, doing a nice job there on the carry and the end around. A play that just hasn't worked for Roseau tonight, Jude Whitrock. So about a loss in the play. It's going to be a 4th down and 6. I think Mike Picard says we don't have enough possessions left, so we got to go for it. So Jake Strand, he's going to come in. He's going to replace Ellert. We got 14 seconds left on the play clock. They are going to indeed go for it. So Crank, the freshman quarterback, back to pass, looking downfield, and Clemeen's chasing him down. He runs backwards, a left-handed shot to the end, to the sideline, goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover on down. So Trojans will have it, good territory out there. Ram 45-yard line. Turnover on downs. 9:35 left here in the third quarter. Barnesville leading 47-8. Again, 63-0. Pelican leading right before halftime over Crookston. So the two rivals from the good old days of the Heart Lakes Conference most likely meeting coming up here on Saturday afternoon here on this field. Power T formation. Jake Strand looking over the defense. And handoff up the middle. And hands up to Clemeen. Clemeen, he gets deep into Ram territory, about 11-yard carry. Picks up the first down. So touchdown saving stop there by Deshaun Johnson, the D-back for the Rams. So first down for the Trojans. They'll mark it down at the 34-yard line of Roseau. They're just kind of methodically going up to the line of scrimmage. Strand surveying the defense, takes the snap, handoff, goes to Ness. Ness kind of waiting for his blockers. And now he breaks a few tackles and bounces out to the 30, down to the 20. He breaks free, and he's in for a touchdown. Major Ness, his first touchdown of the game. It will be a 34-yard touchdown run for Major Ness. And that blows it open 53-8. Major Ness looked like he was stopped. I almost was surprised that they didn't stop it with forward momentum, and he bounced it outside. You want to talk about yards after contact. So a 34-yard touchdown run for Major Ness. Extra point coming up. 34 yards. Major Ness has had 4 two-point conversions tonight, but his first touchdown of the night. Strand's going to kick it. Brandon going to hold. Brandon, high snap. And Strand is going to be no good, as the mechanics of that did not work out. But with 8:42 left here in the third quarter on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, on the Major Ness touchdown, it's Barnesville 53, Roseau 8. This is high school playoff football. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .842 left here in the third quarter. Major Ness, a 34-yard touchdown run. Kick after no good. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, 53-8. Bryson Christopherson going to kick it off for the Trojans. Again, on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, a dominant lead so far. And Christopherson booming it. Ends up in the hands of, trying to see who that is for the Rams. Deshaun Johnson, I think it is. So he'll bring it up. A nice return by Roso. That was Queen, I guess it was. So it'll be up to the 39-yard line for Roso. First and 10. 53-8. Barnes with the lead. Major Ness able to get the nice return. Need to get something going offensively. And at some point, there will probably be running time in the fourth quarter with this lead. As now everyone's getting formation. First and 10. Pitch out. Going back, and we're going to have a halfback pass here. Barabich looking, and he's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be knocked away by Ellert. Nice job there by Eli Ellert. Nice stop there on the halfback pass attempt there by the Rams. And I think it was, and that was Braden Crank, the quarterback. He went deep, the freshman quarterback. Went deep out of the backfield, but that'll bring up a second down and 10 now for the Rams at their own 39-yard line. Nice job of not biting on that by Eli Ellert. So, second down and 10. Handoff, Barabich. Going to bounce it outside. Still running hard. Able to squeeze through, and he's going to be awfully close to the first down. A lot of yards after contact on that play. Jordan Barabich doing it all. junior, so talented. Picks up about 9 yards on the play, 3rd down and 1 on that 2nd down carry. In close to midfield at their own 48-yard line. They need to get just past the 49 for the 1st down. Clock rolling here, 3rd quarter, 7:52 left. Crank the quarterback with Barabich and Muirhead behind him. Going to be a delay give. Muirhead trying to get up for it and then stuffed down. Nice job, Carson Smith getting in on that play. And it's going to be awfully close.
Roseau carry.
They gave it a 1st down. He was short by 1.5 yards, but they gave him the 1st down. So that was a mercy thing there by the officials, but nonetheless, there's not much argument from the Trojan sidelines. More shrugging of the shoulders. 7:10 left here in the 3rd quarter. Trojans with a big lead, 53-8. Rams driving here, middle of the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Muirhead running hard, busting through, getting into Trojan territory. 11-yard carry, nice 1st down carry there by Muirhead. Baron Muirhead running the ball hard tonight. The sophomore, really impressive tonight for the Roseau Rams. So that puts the ball at the Trojan 41-yard line. Biggest thing for Trojans, kind of watching that clock go. Get out here, get ready for Saturday. Again, Frazee, the number 1 seed there, awaiting the winner of Hawley and Warroad. And we'll get you an update on that up from Roseau County, where the Warriors are in action against the Nuggets. 1st down play, handoff, going to Barabich. He bounces it outside, and he's going to be corralled finally down for right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there, holding up there. Braden Dunham coming up here, and also helping out by Lane Bergred. So they'll maybe give him a yard in the carry. Gets up to the 40-yard line of Barnesville. So 2nd down and 9 coming up here after the 1-yard carry by Barabich. 5:54 left here in the 3rd quarter. Again, Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, 53-8. Trojans with the lead. Crank the quarterback. Southpaw takes a snap, handoff again. Muirhead bursts through and be able to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. So I'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6 to go. Baron Muirhead is really running the ball hard tonight for the Rams. Very impressive.
Roseau carry.
A few guys up front doing a nice job also. Drayson Bufflin, helped out by Toby Bryan. Landon Bumgarner, a few other of these guys doing a nice job up front. Just not able to stop the Trojans on defense, and we are going to have a timeout. A West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout with the Rams here. Again, our score with 5:05 left here in the 3rd quarter. On the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, it's the Barnesville Trojans 53, the Roseau Rams 8. This is high school playoff football. Barnesville Athletic Complex. Got Joe Heinen, also helped out by Kyle Winchester at the 740 The Fan Studios, 107.3 FM KNFL. We're also on the airwaves up in Roseau at 1410 KRW in Roseau. And then breaking free on a reverse there by the Roseau Rams, getting the 1st down. It's the first time that play has really worked tonight. Judith Whitrock able to get by the defense there on the reverse. And Logan Ellard able to make the stop there. So Logan Ellard probably saving a touchdown. They've run that slot screen reverse a couple times here. Hasn't worked out very well, as we do have some wholesale changes on defense for the Trojans. See, Cam Halverson's out of his linebacker spot, and we'll see if the Rams can take advantage of that. 53-8, Trojans lead. First and 10 for the Rams. Again, they're going to go another kind of reverse there for Whitrock, and he's going to be able to pick up about 3 yards on the play. He'll bring up a second down and 7. Moving up to the 22-yard line. Clock rolling, 4:25 left here in the third quarter. Trying to get an update on what's going on with that Warroad-Hawley game.
Pick up a 3 yard, brings up second and 7.
Second down and
from the Trojan 22-yard line.
Long 6-7 to go here. Man goes in motion, Muirhead. Pitch out, Barabich trying to bounce it outside and is able to do it. Breaks a few tackles. Now he's going to cut back to the inside. He's going to get the first down. Pick up about 12 yards. Going to bring up a first and goal from the Barnesville 9-yard line.
Tackle on the play by the Trojans, number 51, Colin Gromish. That's a Roseau, first down.
So first down and goal from the 9-yard line. 3:41 left here in the third quarter. Peterson Farm Seed scorer, Barnesville leading 53-8. Crank, 2 men behind him. Handoff. Again, that's that reverse, and it's going to be a touchdown. Nice job there. The third play of that series, working on that reverse slot to Jude Whitrock, and he gets a 9-yard touchdown run, and that makes the score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard 53-14. Jude Whitrock looking good on that drive. Update in Warroad. Hawley leading Warroad right now 35-19 in the third. So it looks like the Nuggets are going to go on and face the number 1 seed in this section, the Frazee Hornets. Coming up on Saturday. 2-point conversion coming up. Crank has it, and they got a big man, and he's going to lumber in for the 2-point conversion. Landon Baumgartner, the big man. Landon Baumgartner giving a little senior love to the 6'1", 300-pound senior. He gets the 2-point conversion, number 75. Well, that's kind of fun. 3:20 left here in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. That caught everyone off guard. Landon Baumgartner. You see a big number 75 in I formation as the tailback. He gets a 2-point conversion. That's a nice thing there by Mike Picard, the head coach of the Roseau Rams, giving his seniors some love there. The big man had some hops there coming from the backfield in that carry. So again, a nice scoring drive there for the Roseau Rams. Jude Whitrock, a 9-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion good. And 53-16 is the score. So the matchups in 8AA, if everything holds true, and most likely will. Hawley at Frazee, Pelican Rapids at Barnesville, barring a few miracles here in northwest Minnesota. Coming up in the post-game show, we'll give you the scoreboard throughout the region here. 8 AAA, DGF got a bye. We'll hopefully get an update on what's going on with that East Grand Forks game as well. As booing away is another big man for the Rams, and that is Toby Bryan. The sophomore gets it away, and Ness takes it up to the 30, to the 40, and then he's finally brought down by Whitrock. So Ness, nice return there, and now we got to look at some changes coming up. Elias Cox coming in. Looks like Braden Dunham is going to be in the backfield. So they're resting some of the starters to get them ready for the Pelican Rapids Vikings coming up. Pelican Rapids a big lead over Crookston. We'll get to that also in the postgame show. Everything kind of holding serve except for Warroad, who lost to Warroad earlier this season by 1 point. Getting revenge tonight as Brandon hands it off to Dunham. Dunham bouncing outside, and he's going to get a face mask penalty He's almost tackled by his face mask right about at midfield. Let's say it was at the 49. Picks up about 20 yards, so that's going to tack on. Did I say that's holding?
New quarterback for the Trojans, number 9, Adam Brandon.
There's personal foul a face mask on the Trojans.
Face mask against
Okay.
the Trojans.
Well, maybe there was, but there certainly was a face mask as Dunham got ripped. His head turned around as well on that tackle. So I didn't see it, but it certainly could have been there. But that's going to be a costly penalty for the Trojans. Clock stops at 3:03 left here in the third quarter. And it'll be first down and 19 for the Trojans at their own 31.
From their 31-yard line.
3:03 left here in the third. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard 53-16. Power T formation. Brandon, senior backup quarterback, now keeps at his hip, trying to get some yardage, bounces it out, and not much there. Maybe picks up about 4 yards. That'll make it second down and 15. The speedy Brandon.
By the Rams, number 18.
Did a nice job there. Look at him 6 on, so a second down and 14 coming up for the Trojans. Clock rolling, 2:40 left here in the third quarter. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard 53-16. Trojans with the lead. Again, a lot of backups in for Barnesville at the skill position. It's like Peterson at the end, the near side. Not as deep in the line, so that some of the starting linemen still in. Hand up Brandon. This time give up the middle, Elias Cox, and he's got some room, and he's going to break free, and he is gone. Elias Cox taking it to the house. Touchdown Trojans. And a nice job there by Elias Cox, showing his speed again. A 64-yard touchdown run for Elias Cox, and that makes the score with 2:04 left here in the third quarter, 59-16.
65-yard touchdown run.
So Elias Cox
Elias Cox
showing that burst of speed. That fullback position, you normally see Cam Halverson do that. Just waited for his blocks, and he showed off some speed there. And so Adam Brandon going to hold now for the extra point coming up for Jake Strand. Spot down snap, and it is blocked. So point after attempt is no good. We'll keep it here. 2:04
number 74
left here in the
Matthew Danielson.
third quarter, 59-16 after the Elias Cox 64-yard touchdown run. Perm right now. Leading East Grand Forks, they are getting some updates now. Pretty good battle going on between the Yellow Jackets and the Green Wave. And 3A, 8-3A going on right now. As we're waiting Hawley with the lead over Warroad. But right now, Perham just took a 2-touchdown lead. 2 minutes left in the game. 14-0 over the Green Wave at Perham. Also, Thief River Falls leading Morris area Chicago, Alberta, 21-7. Minnewaska taking care of Park Rapids, 42-6. That's all 8-3A. Osakas leading 28-8 right now in 6AA with 8 minutes left in the fourth, 28-8. Holdingford, the number 2 team in state, they are a good team. 61-8 over Monaga right now. That's late. They just finished that up. That 6AA is no joke. Pillager and Holdingford. That is going to be a battle to get the state in that section. As Christofferson boots it away to the Rams. And it is received, and he had to get to his knee to get it as Jason Bufflin. Bufflin had to grab it, and 2:04 left here in the third quarter. Roseau will have it first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
From their 28-yard line.
Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, 2:04 left here in the third quarter, 59-16, Trojans with the lead. And they have wholesale changes going on their defense. I'll have to keep track of that for the Trojans. Roseau not as deep, so maybe their big guy's still in there. Certainly got to try to get another drive going here to make this more respectable. This whole thing has kind of almost been a carbon copy of the first game of the season going back on August 28th. As Barabich is in there with Muirhead. Crank hands it off to Barabich. Barabich wrestled down. Nice job there by Pana, the sophomore, coming in making that tackle. Tate Pana, good sophomore. Helped out by the freshman, Matthew Jar. And see, it looks like got an injury there. Lane Bergeron's hanging on to his wrist. So pick up about 3 on that carry there by Barabich. Means a 2nd down and 7. Rosa has at their own 31. Play clock's down to 7. Rams are going to have to hurry here. Get everyone set. And they don't. Pitch out to Bufflin, and that's an illegal motion. So a couple of flags on that play. So illegal shift, and that's what I figured, seeing 2 men were going at the same time there. So that'll back it up 5 yards, make it a 2nd down. About 12 to go. Clock stops, 1:13 left in the third quarter.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 12 for the
Marking the ball at the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
We'll get the official time of Saturday's game here, barring a miracle. For Barnesville hosting Pelican Rapids. Crank takes a snap. Delay give. Again, going this time to number 0. How about that? Eli Queen with the slot reverse. That's really worked out pretty well for the Rams. That's been an effective play.
Tackle on the play by the Trojans, number 22, Tate Pana.
Tate Pana coming in, making the tackle again. So Roso first down, moves it up to the 39-yard line. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll see if this is the last play of the third. Crank taking the snap. Handoff again, Queen on that reverse, and he's going to be able to get yardage close to midfield. Let's say he's down at the 47-yard line.
Tackle on the play with number 51, Colin Gromish.
And Colin Gromish with the stop. Matthew Jar coming out of the game.
Also in on the play, number 21, Riker Graff.
That should be the last play of the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. 30-second break coming up here. Our score after 3 quarters of play on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard. It's the Barnesville Trojans 59, the Roseau Rams 16. This is Minnesota High School playoff football. Fourth quarter, let me try that again. Fourth quarter of play coming up here. Derek Hansen with you again on the Barnesville Public Schools YouTube channel. Again, we want to thank our friends from Roso on 1410 KRWB in Roseau. KRWB in Roseau with us tonight. AM 740 The Fan, KNFL Fargo, 740thefan.com, the 740 The Fan mobile app. Derek Hansen with you. Kyle Winchester, Joe Heinen back at the studios. Jeff Nibby on the YouTube channel here as Crank. He's going to get the first down on a little fake bootleg. Looking downfield to pass, but nice job there by the freshman quarterback. He's really a good young quarterback. Roseau's got some good skill players there. Got some players here. There's no question about that. Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard is 59-16. Trojans with the lead. We are running time, so this 12 minutes should go by pretty quick. Just past the 8 o'clock hour here. Well, it's turned out to be a nice night for football. It was windy and rainy earlier, but Crank, handoff give, Queen breaks free, and he's in the open field, and he is going to be, will he get tackled? No, he's in for a touchdown. A 49-yard touchdown run for Eli Queen. And that makes the score here with 10:57 left here in the fourth quarter. 59-22. So nice run there by Eli Queen. And 2-point conversion coming up. So, another 2-point conversion coming up here. This time we got another big man back there, Matthew Danielson, and he's going to get in for 2. So the big men, before it was Landon Baumgartner, now it's Matthew Danielson with a 2-point conversion. So 9:55 left in the game and rolling. It's 59-24. Trojans with the lead.
Your score, the Barnesville Trojans 59, the Roseau Rams 24.
And keep it here. So we are rolling here. Roseau. Yeah, long drive home tonight. School tomorrow. 9:22 rolling here with the. So here we go. Kickoff coming up here.
He also hasn't continually do it. I mean, he was doing it back and forth. And then eventually, he just kind of gave up. We don't want to.
Yeah, he's stopping the clock here. So we'll stop it on the turnover and possession here. 59-24.
Kicking off for the Rams.
35-point lead for the Trojans. 8:59 left in the game. Coming up with the post-game show of our CI Sport of the Game. Brian's going to boot it away. The ball is going to bounce into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. Nice boot there by the kicker, Toby Bryan. Yep, 6'7", 288-pound sophomore with a big boot.
First and 10 for the Trojans.
Let's see here if Bryan can be backed up by a few of these underclassmen, help out on this offensive and defensive line. Roso with Barabich and some of these young players like Barabich, along with Muirhead, they could be pretty good. So, first down and 10 for the Trojans from their own 20. And full house backfield, again for Brandon, the quarterback. Handoff, far side, breaking free. That's Pana, looks like. Tate Pana with the carry on there. Picks about 7 yards on the play. So we will have, coming up on Saturday afternoon, we'll get the official time here coming up here for the playoff game between Barnesville and Pelican Rapids in the semifinals of the Section 8 AA. We'll have the scoreboard for you, along with the CI Sport of the Game and the post-game show. in this Tuesday evening. As Adam Branham takes the snap. Handoff up the middle, breaking free, and that's going to be number 2 on the carry, Bullgreen. Aiden Bullgreen with the carry.
By number 2, Aiden Bullgreen. That's a Trojan.
So first down for the Trojans. Clock keeps rolling here with running time. This 35-point lead, 59-24. Trojans the lead. First down and 10 for the Trojans. They're at their own 35. Full house backfield again. It's Brayton with the handoff. This time to Dunham. Dunham's going to get up to midfield. Picks up about 16 yards on that carry. Gets into Ram territory at the 49-yard line. Nice stop there by Deshaun Johnson, mostly Muirhead. Tell you, Baron Muirhead's had a nice game tonight. He's going to be one to watch here for the next couple of years after this year, that's for sure. First down and 10 for the Trojans at the Ram 49-yard line. Power T coming up. Handoff to Jar. Matthew Jar with the carry. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Going to bring up a second down and 7 coming up. Moves the ball up to the 46-yard line of Barnesville, or the Rams. 6:43 left. So second down and 7 coming up.
From the Roseau 46-yard line.
Again, Trojans to face Pelican Rapids coming up on Saturday. Hawley, if the whole score holds up in Warroad, they'll be heading to Frazee. Jar goes in motion. Handoff up the middle, Bullgreen. Bullgreen picks up maybe 1 on the carry, gets up to the 45-yard line. So that'll bring up a third down.
Trojan carry by number 7.
And 6, though they say he was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
So no gain on that carry.
For the Trojans.
Now we got even more wholesale changes as Brayton leaves, Jar leaves. Kind of got the JV in there now. Third down and 7 coming up. Clock rolling. 5:46 left here in the game. 59-24, Barnes with the lead. As Benjamin Brayton takes a snap. Handoff give up the middle. And
Trojan
carry goes there to Grady Field. Caleb Brayton is the quarterback. Check that, sorry.
The Rams, number 74, Matthew Danielson.
So that brings up a fourth down and
Brings up 4th and 6.
6 yards to go. Ball marked at the 45-yard line of the Rams.
New quarterback for the Trojans, number 6.
So Caleb Brayton, the quarterback, puts a man in motion. Field. Toss out to Bullgreen. Bullgreen following his blockers, and he's going to be stopped, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And that's going to be stopped there by Muirhead. So stopping the clock on the change of possession. 4:51 left here in the game. So, again, not very deep are the Rams. But they're getting some of their guys in there now. They can. It looks like Bravich is putting on a jacket. He's done for the evening. Realize that many of the youngsters of the Trojans are out there now. Crank is still the quarterback. He hands it off, and a little bursting up there is Bauer. Bauer, a nice little run there for the Rams.
Rams carry by number 3.
About 5-yard carry, gets it up to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. So second down and 5 coming up for the Rams. 4 minutes left here in the game. Again, the freshman quarterback, Crank, still there. Under center, Deshaun Johnson is one of the tailbacks. And Crank is back to pass. Crank is looking deep. And Crank is covered. And no, he gets it off, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Rams.
Touchdown, Roseau.
So a Roseau Ram touchdown goes to Merrick Allman.
Hank Broughton.
So nice job there. Actually, he's number 9 on that play. Hank Broughton. So a nice
48-yard pass
pitch
play.
catch there from
Number 9,
Crank to
Hank
Broughton. Broughton getting behind the defense there for the Rams. That makes the score 59-30. So it's a 29-point lead. As the tailback, Deshaun Jackson. They'll give it to him, and 2-point conversion is good. So 2:54 left and running, 59-30.
Extra point is good.
Trojans with the lead.
Number 5, Deshaun Johnson. Your score with
To say I
51 seconds to go in the game. The Barnesville
Won't go
Trojans
through all
59,
the post-game
Roseau
scoring
Rams
when we get done
32.
with all this. It's hard to keep track of it all. We'll be here till midnight if I do. So post-game show will kind of feature the CI sport of the game and the out-of-town scoreboard and get you ready for next week. So rolling along here. Clock stops with the ensuing kickoff coming up. 2:51 left. And Roseau doing a good job to make this look as respectable as possible. Pelican Rapids coming to Barnesville coming up on Saturday. And what's been a wild night here on this Tuesday of playoff action throughout the state of Minnesota. Ball's teed up at the 40.
Rams, number 77, Toby Bryant.
Pelican Rapids, it is a final. They defeat Crookston 63-0. Late in the fourth, Hawley leading Warroad 35-19. Staples Motley, it's a final. They're over, defeated Wadena Deer Creek 58-12. And it's a onside kick, and it is recovered by the Trojans. Nice job there getting the recovery
By the Trojans. Number 53,
by Augustus Brown. So we'll have, again, 2:30 left here.
49-yard line.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Looks like a new center in the game as well for the Trojans. Brandon Brayton snapping it. Looks like he's snapping it to Caleb Brayton. They're just letting the play clock go down. Handoff gives to Jar. Jar breaking free, breaking tackles. He gets the first down.
Trojan
The
carry.
first down carry for Matthew
Number 44,
Jar.
Matthew Jar.
It's the first down going. We got like a hockey line change coming in now for the Trojans.
Matthew Jar.
First and 10 for the Trojans at the 38-yard line. Any more than anything, they just want to
First and 10 for the Trojans from the Roseau 38.
get some of these young players some action and get out of here with a victory. Brayton with the snap for the Trojans. Handoff give up the middle, breaking free and trying to get to the end zone. And will he go in there? He's not going to be denied in the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Trojans. Riker Clemeen, Connor Clemeen's little brother, he gets in the end zone, and that makes it 65-32.
38-yard
It's a
touchdown.
pinball machine going on here in Barnesville tonight. So just a little bit under a minute left. Riker Clemeen with a touchdown. Let's see what they're going to do here, if they're going to go for two or Try to kick it. They're going to go for 2. And then handoff give. Bullgreen.
Extra point attempt by the Trojans, number 2.
So it's no good. Kickoff coming up. A little press box conversation. I would say, they said one last time that 2 brothers have gotten a touchdown. I would say Brady and Josh Tweeton would be my vote, probably. Yep. So that's what I would think would be the question, with the Colmeans both scoring tonight. These are things that you don't get to hear or see in the press box, but it would be the last time that we've had touchdowns by brothers. And Josh and Brady Tweeton would be certainly when Josh was a senior, Brady a sophomore, probably a few games. I think it might have been Hawley actually here with Josh as a senior and Brady as a sophomore. That probably happened. I think Brady had 3 touchdowns in that game. I can't find my wallet half the time. This is the stuff I remember. So. All right, so 58 seconds left. Kickoff coming up after the Riker-Clemeen touchdown. 65-32.
Kicking off for the Trojans, number 20, Bryson.
I mean, I know it's almost basketball season, but this is almost a basketball score. Christofferson going to boot it. It's going to squib kick, and it's end up in the hands of Muirhead, and he's hit. Hit hard, bouncing off the tackler. There's Muirhead.
Number 18, Baron Murfield.
Muirhead's had a nice game tonight.
Tackle on the plate by the Trojans, number 89, Landon Dahl.
Baron Muirhead, certainly
81, Luke Harbin.
he and Bravich having a nice game tonight for the Rams.
43.
So 33 seconds left, and let it roll down. And we're going to stop with the clock and a timeout. Timeout for the Rams. All right, let's take a 30-second timeout with them. 30-second timeout at West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center. Again, just 27 seconds left. Our score, it's Barnesville 65, Roseau 32. You're listening to high school playoff football here on 740 The Fan. Also with the KRWB in Roseau and the Barnesville YouTube channel.
Line.
Reverse, going to flea flicker, and an incomplete pass.
Pass for the Rams, number 4.
And that should
Alvin,
wrap it up here.
They
try to do a little reverse pass in that play. And then they're calling another timeout. Okay. Well, we'll keep it here. I guess they don't want to go home. It's a 3.5-hour drive home, but we're going to call timeouts. I want to work out this play. 9 seconds left here in the game. Another timeout coming up. Again, our score on the Peterson Farm Seed scoreboard, Barnesville leading the Roseau Rams 65-32. The Barnesville coaching staff kind of shaking their heads at this. They call it. Yeah, a 30-point play in their back pocket, maybe. I'm not sure. So here we go. All right, so here we go. 9 seconds left, and we'll painfully see if this is the last play of the game.
First and 10 for the Rams from their 43-yard line. Second and 10, sorry.
Second down and 10 for the Rams at the 43-yard line. Crank, and there's a false start. They didn't call it. They're doing the halfback pass again. And Crank's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be caught. And we'll see if they are able to get a touchdown on this, and they will not, and that's how this will end. Our final score on the Peterson Farm Seeds scoreboard, the Barnesville Trojans 65, the Roseau Rams 32. Post-game show coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to high school playoff football right here on 740 The Fan, also KRWB in Roseau and the Barnesville YouTube channel.